Welcome to Brilliantly British. My name is Lawrence and today I'm going to show you how to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different variations of the classic scrambled eggs on toast. So as I show you how to make it, in that chair of yours, sit back, relax, with a cup of tea in hand and enjoy this episode. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Scrambled eggs are one of the most popular and versatile things that are eaten for breakfast. So, in this episode, we'll be showing you classic scrambled eggs, spinach scrambled eggs, tomato scrambled eggs, mushroom scrambled eggs, and cheese flavored scrambled eggs. So, enjoy. For today's Brilliantly British scrambled eggs making masterclass, you will need the following ingredients in front of me right here. So, first things first, of course, you will need some eggs, but depending on which one of the 4 variations you go for, you will need some spinach, some mushrooms, tomato, good quality cheddar cheese or any strong cheese of your choice. You will also need, people, some homemade, brilliantly British fermented butter. If you don't have some in your fridge, waste no time, don't delay. Follow the link up there to learn how to make it yourselves at home. You will also need some corn flour. You will also need some full-fat, heavy whipping cream. To make things interesting, you will also need some mustard powder. And to avoid the occurrence of bland food, you will need, of course, some salt and some pepper. And of course, no one eats scrambled eggs on their own. So of course, you will need some brilliantly British homemade bread. If you haven't got some in your bread bin, follow the link up there to learn how to make some yourselves. That's it. Well, that's not quite it. Guys, you are important. You are the star of this show. Look after yourself by staying hydrated. And as a Brit, I think the drink of choice ought to be a nice cup of hot tea. For my scrambled eggs, I'll be using a non-stick saucepan as it's easier to stir within. Anyway, to my eggs, I'll add some mustard, a splash of cream before homogenizing. Do not season with salt just yet. Adding salt too early destroys the yolks and worsens the final texture of the eggs. In a pan over a medium-high heat, in will go a piece of butter, followed by the eggs before stirring constantly. At this point, I'd suggest beginning to toast your thick slices of bread. When the eggs are almost ready, slide the pot off of the heat and now season with salt and pepper to taste. Before briefly returning to the heat, to cook for 30 more seconds. Done. Perfect scrambled eggs. Time to serve. Tasting, tasting, tasting. Guys, are you ready? Are you steady? 3, 2, 1. You can't go wrong with this. You just can't, especially when it's cooked perfectly. Nicely seasoned, just with the simple salt, pepper, bit of mustard coming through. It's creamy. You can't go wrong. The thing is, I have this on a regular basis, so I'm somewhat of a master when it comes to making scrambled eggs. So, guys, on to the next one. For these eggs, start by wilting your spinach in a lightly oiled saucepan. Once wilted, empty your pan, placing the pan to one side within reach. As for the spinach, add a splash of cream to enrich and to cool the spinach, along with a dash of cornstarch to counteract the moisture in the spinach. Give the contents of the bowl a stir before adding in your eggs. I prefer blending the mixture, but you can always skip this step if you prefer eggs with whole spinach leaves. Now summon the saucepan from earlier on, adding a piece of butter followed by your eggs, and begin to cook your eggs over a medium-high heat, stirring constantly, but take a moment to start toasting. As the eggs begin to curdle, slide your pan away from the heat and take the time to season with salt and pepper to taste. Once seasoned, return to the heat and cook for a further 30 to 60 seconds. When cooked, your eggs should be creamy and have this epic appearance. Okay, fantastic. Scrambled eggs are perfect, toast is ready and is still hot. So let's plate up. Let's taste these amazing looking spinach scrambled eggs. So 3, 2, 1. Yes. Let me just explain this to you. It's buttery, it's smooth. It's rich, a bit of iron flavor coming through because of the richness of the spinach. Guys, this stuff is good for you and it's delicious. Guys, start your mornings this way, please. And now the next one. For tomato scrambled eggs, lightly oil a pan, then begin to cook your tomatoes. I'd recommend cutting them coarsely and cooking them over a high heat to provide texture and evaporate excess moisture respectively. As the tomatoes cook, season with salt for flavor and to draw out the moisture within the tomatoes. After 3 to 4 minutes of cooking, a syrup should form in the pan. At this point, remove the pan from the heat and to the pan add some cornstarch before stirring and placing to one side. In a bowl, homogenize your eggs, then add in some butter followed by the eggs that you had just beaten. Over a high heat, while stirring constantly, cook your eggs, not forgetting of course to start toasting. This time, I recommend opting for some slices of Leicester red bread. Learn how to make some by following the link above after this episode. Anyway, when the eggs are almost done, slide the pan away from the heat, season with salt and pepper to taste before finishing over the heat for 30 to 60 more seconds. Done. We have the toast ready, tomato scrambled eggs. Let's dish this. Perfect. Okay guys, allow me to articulate how good these tomato flavored scrambled eggs are. Oh, okay. All right, this one is actually quite refreshing. Amazing how in this you have the combination of cheese and tomato because of the cheesy bread and the tomato in the scrambled eggs. It's delicious. It's a classic combination. The eggs themselves are creamy, rich, buttery, beautifully salted. Guys, this is another delicious way to prepare your scrambled eggs. So go ahead and try this yourselves at home. And now, the next one. Fungi, champignon, mushrooms, one of my favorites. So, in your saucepan, drizzle in some oil, followed by your mushrooms, some salt to draw out the moisture and flavor, then add in a generous splash of water before cooking over a high heat whilst covered. Cook the mushrooms until a minute amount of liquid remains. You don't want to cook them dry. At this point, pour the mushrooms into a bowl, then cool and enrich with a dash or two of cream. Give the contents a stir, then add in your eggs before homogenizing. Turning your attention back to your pan, drop in the, pour in the, and cook over a high. Okay, for this one, I forgot to start the toast, but halfway through, begin to toast your bread. 30 seconds later, your eggs should be perfectly cooked and ready to serve. Done. Toast made, eggs made. Let's dish this dish. Beautiful. Mushroom scrambled eggs. Let me explain to you, express how good these are in 3, 2, 1. Look, mushrooms are one of my favorite things. So even though this is a biased opinion, it's true. They are rich, earthy. You've got that beautiful mushroom flavor coming through because of the way we've cooked the mushrooms. Creamy. The eggs, the eggs are perfectly cooked. Doesn't get better than this. Guys, this is quick. This is easy. It's delicious. It's nutritious. Guys, you have to do this. You have to make this, please. Now for the next one. Cheese scrambled eggs. Allow me to show you how. So, in a bowl, crack your eggs, followed by grated cheese and a splash of cream. Hold back the salt for now, but finally add some chives before mixing well. In a pan over a medium-high heat, drop in some butter and then pour in your eggs. As for your eggs, cook and stir constantly and of course take the time to begin toasting. The eggs are now almost cooked, so I'll add in some salt only before returning to the heat to finish, and that's it. Cheese scrambled eggs made. So it is time to dish up these cheese flavored scrambled eggs. Allow me to describe how good these eggs on toast are. So 3, 2, 1. Okay. Can I just start off by saying this was a very, very good piece of cheddar. The quality of the cheese really matters when you make this because you can taste it immediately. The eggs are cooked to perfection, creamy, nicely salted, a hint of chive coming through, and that is exactly what you want, guys. This is how to make it. This is how to execute perfect cheddar cheese scrambled eggs. You have to make this, please. Thank you so much for allowing me to show you how to make 5 different variations of the classic scrambled eggs on toast. Your mornings are covered, they are sorted. Knowing that you liked this episode, don't forget to click on the like button, subscribe to this channel, clicking the notification button as well so you don't miss any of our new releases. Follow us on all of the social media platforms that this channel is on. Tell everyone you know about the Brilliantly British food on this channel, and I will see you next time. In 3, 2, 1. And I'm guessing if you're wondering how to